The VinFast VF9 has a range of 291 miles for the Plus trim and 330 miles for the Eco trim. Since the launch of the VinFast VF9 at the end of November in 2024, only the Plus trim have been delivered. And one owner wanted to test out the range of the VF9. So he took his VinFast VF9 Plus trim out on a 4-hour test. I asked for his permission to dub the video in English so other could watch and follow this as well. Since this is also a very good information for potential buyers. If you're considering getting a VinFast VF9. There are no eco trim for VF9 in the United States at the moment. But when they do, I believe he might test it out again to see if it's a true range claim by VinFast. Hello, this is the VinFast VF9 2024 model with the license plate from VN, meaning from Vietnam. And this is the very first 3-rower electric SUV by VinFast with 6 and 7-seater configurations. VinFast VF9 is now available for sale in America and Canada. Tonight, I will range test this VinFast VF9 Plus trim. There are many factors that can affect the range, especially in this winter right now. Factors including but not limited to. The first factor that came to mind is the PSI of the tires. The low or too high of PSI can greatly impact your range, especially in the winter right now. The condition of the tires, either new or old, and the diameter of the tire also affect the range. Software and hardware also play a role in affecting the range. These are a few important internal factors that greatly affect the range, but there are also external factors that I also need to mention. Let's go over it right now. The first external factor to mention is the wind. How strong the wind is can greatly affect your range. Right now, it's about 3 to 5 miles per hour, which translates to about 2 to 3 kilometers per hour. At the time of the test, there was no wind. Also, the direction of the wind and the speed of the wind and the outside temperature also play a role in here. Another factor is the condition of the battery, whether your battery is old or new, and the temperature of the battery also affect the range. The next external factor is elevation of your route. This can greatly impact your range. I started on the test at 900 feet and went up to about 1,200 to 1,300 feet, which is about 300 to 400 feet difference. As you can see on the map, this is the route that I was taking, just a loop and then numerous loop at the end, circling the area where I'm about to charge my car and end my trip to avoid difference in elevation. The list of internal and external factors that can affect your range can be lengthy, so I will include the list down in the description below for your information. And before I forget, you also need to set the fan on. Turn on AC at level 1 during the summer and turn on heat on level 1 during the winter to make all the tests consistent. Also, for consistency's sake, I was also driving at 70 miles per hour, which is about 115 kilometers per hour during the whole duration of my test. And try to maintain that speed for the whole range test for accuracy. That was the reason why I picked to do the range test at night where there are no traffic. That way I can maintain my speed for most of the time. And also I had to drive in eco drive mode. So that way you get a better feel for it. And I will document everything just so you can see from on 100 to 0%. Again, the purpose of my test here is to show you the actual range of the VinFast VF9 Plus trim, how far it can travel from 100% to 0% of battery. I'm not trying to prove here how many more miles that it can travel when it reaches 0%. That's for other people to do. The car is still very powerful even at 0%. So I hope you enjoy the video.
Okay, we all set for the VF9 Plus range test. We're like a mile from the freeway, so not too far. And let's get to it. Hold on. Auto heater set to 1 at 69 degree Fahrenheit. Actually 68 is perfect. 68.
To match the speed on the GPS, I had to ride at 71 miles per hour inside of VF9 for the GPS to show 70.
Okay, checking in at 95%. We covered 16.8 miles. It is now 9:46 p.m. As for the PSI, it's manufacturer recommended, but then we lost connection to the two back one, but it's okay. This is just a virtual error. It's gonna be normal again soon, but everything is good so far. So yeah, 95% again. There you go, 95%. Okay, checking in at 90%. We cover 32.7 miles. It's now 10 p.m. near Rancho Cucamonga. It's 49 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfect for a winter test in California. Oh, and the wind is perfect too. It's about like 3.5 miles per hour. So that's pretty good. Not too fast and not too slow, but not too fast either. So it's perfect.
In my 4-hour drive, as you can see, there are many videos over here. There was literally nothing else for me to do in the car. Just want to say that. But for the most of the time, I was maintaining 71 miles per hour. There were quite a few areas in which I had to slow down a bit, slowed down by 69 miles per hour, 65 or 60 for less than half a minute. But there was also one part in which we had to go to a complete stop for about a minute because the cop were stopping us there. But luckily it wasn't that long, because if it was more than 30 minutes, I had to cancel the range test immediately, and it would have been such a waste. This table here will record the battery percentage, how many miles I have driven, and what time that I reach that miles / battery percentage. And at the end, it will generate a graph for everybody to see the result at the end. Now we're at 10% left of the battery, and I have driven 250 miles. And right now it's 1:13 a.m. in the morning. I'm a bit sleepy, but we're almost there. 6% left of the battery, and I have driven 257 miles. And as you can see, I'm still driving at 71 miles per hour. It is still maintaining the same speed, the same power. It's not losing any power. At 3% left of the battery, I decided now to just looping around the exit near the charging station, so I can still charge my car when I reach 0%, instead of driving too far away and could not find any charging station nearby once I'm done. And like I said earlier, right now I'm just looping around the charging station's exit so I can charge right away. And the message that I'm having now, it's EV battery very, very low. So yes, that's why, guys, I'm driving near the exit with the charging station. But I can still accelerate pretty fast in here. It's around 58, 60 miles per hour, 70, 71 miles per hour, even at 2% state of charge. So that is pretty impressive in a nutshell.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are...
Oopsie, I missed my exit. So I have to exit at the next one. Let me explain what was going on. So I was supposed to exit right here to reach the charging station right over there. However, I missed my exit, so I had to go all the way down here and then come back up and then loop around that area for like 4 or 5 miles left because I was at 1% left of battery until I ran out.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying.
Okay, this is the end. 0%, 272 miles. We'll make it to the charger right here at 1:37 a.m. Whew. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. There we go. There we go.
So here's the final table. At 9.31% when I started the range test, I have used 0% of the battery and 0 miles driven. And at 1:37 a.m., I finished my range test and I have used up 100% of the battery. Obviously, there are still reserve kilowatt of the battery, about 4 or 5 more kilowatts, and I could have driven another 10, 15, or 20 more miles, who knows. But the point of this test is just to see how many miles I have driven from 100% down to 0% of the battery, and I drove 272 miles. EPA rated for VinFast VF9 Plus trim is 291 miles versus my winter range test, 272 miles. That is 6% lost from the EPA rated. Summer rate would probably be more. Now let's go on to Motor Trend website to check out some real range road trips. As you can see here, this Tesla car had an EPA rated of 358 miles, but the real world range is only 258 miles. That is 100 miles less, which is 28% less than the claimed EPA. The next one could be Kia EV6. There's 5% difference. GMC Hummer pickup truck, 13% difference. So all in all of the EV real range tests are less than what the claim EPA range, because EPA rated range, it's a combined range between the city and the highway, whereas real world range test is mostly freeway driving at 70 or 71 miles per hour high speed. So there you got it. Winter range for VinFast VF9 Plus trim. If you want to check out the summer range, we'll have to get back to you in about 6 months from now. Thanks for watching.